Miércoles. Miércoles 30. Y poco acá tiene el contacto con el gerente de American, que habla directamente con él, y le dijo que en teoría hasta el 30 iban a estar bien.
Para darle a Lula, que lo quería Canadá.
¿Eh?
Para darle a Lula, que lo quería Canadá. Sí.
National Anthem, Team Guyana. National Anthem, Team Uruguay.
Libertado por gloria a morir, oriental de la patria la tumba, libertado por gloria a morir. Es el voto que el alma pronuncia y que heroico sabremos cumplir. Es el voto que el alma pronuncia y que heroico sabremos cumplir. Que sabemos cumplir. Es el voto que el alma pronuncia y que heroico sabremos cumplir. Que sabremos cumplir. Sabemos cumplir. Sabemos cumplir, sabemos cumplir.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. It's time for the 4 o'clock game. 4 o'clock game will be between Guyana and Uruguay. Guyana dressed in black and green, Uruguay in the white and light blue. This next game in the women's division follows the Argentina versus Canada men's division game. Argentina fell to the Canadian team by a score of 1-2. Last minute equipment coming in for one of the team members. A Guyanese player in need of a mouth guard. Sarah Clouty, number 19. The captain for Uruguay will start the ball. Algorta went on the horn, of course. We're waiting for the reset. Now the table confirms with the umpires that we're ready to go. Umpires for this match. Judy Yukovsky is on the near side. On the far side on the camera is Melina Izanis. Ridge Bear, who just finished up the men's game, is the umpire in reserve. The Guyanese women have had a tough time in the tournament thus far. Piazza with the ball. Bordeaux seems to be playing with players who haven't gotten a lot of action yet in the tournament. Piazza tries to go into the top of the circle. She's stopped and loses her footing. Ordway captain bringing the ball up, and that ball last touched by one of the Guyanese women. So free push for Ordway. Ball slides into the circle. Baron D guy is the goal scorer, number 7. Ball up off the foot of number 16, Altiva. She was being evaluated because he got hit earlier in the tournament, just to make sure that everything was good to go prior to this game. Team Guyana has tended to start off relatively slowly in the matches in the tournament and come on stronger in the final minutes of the fourth quarter. Kagdagon with the breakaway there. Altiva coming across from the opposite side of the pitch. Ball back to the captain. Altiva again, back to the captain. Algorta is the captain. She's up at the center line. The ball now in the circle for a moment. Deflection pass over to Algorta. Gordon with possession, but into her foot. Quick restart. And a goal. Stanley was actually asking for a call, which would have negated the opportunity for her teammate to score. So instead, the team was penalized. The team from Guyana was penalized by giving the advantage, and that led to a score. That shot wide of the goal. Quick reverse flick. Stanley crosses the ball back and forth on the last players. Stanley again. Yes, the ball bobbled up, but no one was near her, as indicated by the umpire. So if no one is disadvantaged, there's no reason to. No, there was a breach, but no one was disadvantaged. Altiva receiving. Trying to reach Garza. Ordway comfortable passing the ball back and forth. Looking, I guess, for the perfect opportunity to enter into the circle. Zanis signaling for the bully, instructing players to go back to the dotted line. They have to be 3 meters away from the circle for it to start. A 16-year-old, Kleisa Bob, trying to dribble through, won the first battle, but then as Ottaway came back and challenged for the ball, they won that one. And the first period comes to a close. Ordway ahead by 2-0. 1 minute break. The first and second quarter separated by a 1 minute break, as is the third and fourth. Halftime consists of 5 minutes. Just as the first period began, Ordway begins with possession, and they've maintained possession. Stanley releasing the ball to the edge of the circle. Good defense there by the Guyanese women. Left side attack, and the ball, caution to Tatton, Sophie Tatton. Verbal caution is precedes carding. Umpire hoping that they just don't see that again. The instruction, if taken by the team, will eliminate the need to card somebody for that. Guyana raced out to defend that. I thought actually the call was going to go against Guyana. There's something else I didn't see. Guyana restarts play. Tatton upset with herself as she received the ball inside the circle at the top, but bobbled it up. Motiva to receive, wearing a small bandage on her chin, left side of her chin. She was hit in an earlier game. Nice self-deflection and then shot by Stanley, but the shot was not on target. Ball received right in front of the keeper. Off the wall, but through the legs. And Motiva collects the ball for Ordway. Ordway's cross in the circle was lifted. Of course, that's illegal. Ordway has had plenty of opportunities at the goal. The problem is they're just not getting the ball at the goal, in fact. They're just sort of going towards the general direction. I think if that changes, a loud whistle there coming because the umpire, I guess, thought the player might have pushed the ball away. Ball lifted up on the attempted clear out to the other end of the pitch. Multiva up to Piazza, and Piazza back to Multiva, but the ball mishandled and almost into trouble, but no press from any of the Guyanese women. Garza put that ball into play from this side. Eventually the ball gets to the captain, who's bringing the ball back. The Ordway women looking for a call. Gorta. A nice slip pass across the circle, but no one there to receive, and Guyana bringing the ball down into the far right-hand side and earning themselves a penalty corner. So scoring opportunity here. Countdown clock is at 10 seconds. Number 17 from Guyana, a 16-year-old. This is her first international tournament. Penalty stroke called as the ball struck the body of the defender. Umpire asking the players to wait. She's going to ask the other umpire if she has different information. Even though the umpires are mic'd up or radioed, oftentimes better to have a face-to-face conversation at moments like these. So the umpires decided it's not a penalty stroke. And actually there will be a bully. So we've seen a couple of these during this tournament. And this would have meant that not only wasn't it a stroke call, but really the whistle should not have been blown. So when there's an inadvertent stoppage of play, play restarts with a bully. 2 minutes to go in the first half. Ordway having some trouble against the Guyanese women, even though the score is 2-0. Ordway has had a number of shots go wide of the goal. And Guyana has had the ball upfield a number of times into the attacking half. Guyana takes advantage of the substitution there. Pass over to the substitute. One minute to go in the first half. The score is 2-0. Ordway is in the white tops. Guyana in the black tops. So the free push was not taken in the appropriate location. Here's a breakaway opportunity for Guyana. Ball into the circle. Drifting shot towards the goalkeeper. Second shot is deflected out of bounds. Last touch by Multiva. So with about 10 seconds to go by the time this ball is put into play, another opportunity here for Ordway. The shot wide, but saved by the goalkeeper, touched last by the goalkeeper, so play would have started with a free push. But instead we have the 5-minute break between the first and second half. Ordway again is dressed in the white uniform tops. They are leading by a score of 2-0 against the team in black, which is Guyana. Now our next game after this one comes at 6 o'clock. So after this game we'll take a little break. We'll come back with the women's Argentina team against the women's Canadian team. Then later this evening at 7:15, Canada versus USA, and that game is going to determine who will play in the finals. It's very important, of course, to reach the finals, the gold medal game, because the team that wins in that game will go to the 2022 World Cup. And that indoor championship will be held in February of 2022 in Belgium. And there'll be a 12-team tournament for the men and a 12-team tournament for the women. My name is Chris Maloney, coming to you from the training center in Spring City, Pennsylvania, USA. We are enjoying the tournament for the Pan Am Hockey Federation's conducting the Pan Am Cup. And we'll be back.
That's it.
A little under a minute to go until we resume the action of this game between Ordway and Guyana. You know, we've had a lot of positive feedback about the coverage. Some critiques, of course. That's to be had. And I know for a fact that people from all over the world are watching. I got a message yesterday from a friend in Vietnam who has had the opportunity to watch indoor hockey for the first time. And my understanding is that the entire Georgetown Guyana Cricket Club is watching this match along with the Guyana national hockey team. So the buzzer, the reset, and the umpire's whistle will set the action back into play. That ball lifted across the circle. No 3D skills allowed in indoor hockey. Just in case my friend from Vietnam is listening, no 3D skills. The ball has to stay on the pitch unless taking a shot on goal. And that while that traveled in the general direction of the goal, it wasn't on target, which was a problem in the first half. For the Ordway women. And because it was lifted, it was considered a pass and therefore illegal. Hockey, of course, is one of the most popular sports across the planet. And a penalty corner here for Ordway. Yep, one of the most popular sports across the planet. And my Facebook friend from Vietnam is the captain of a team there. I'm trying to remember the city and the team name. My apologies. But it's very warm in Vietnam most of the year. And they don't play indoor hockey at the moment. And it's shot wide of the cage again. Although last touch by Guyana, the ball was going wide from the start. Suspension for, or should I say against, Ordway. For Guyana as they now have a player up. Deflection pass along the boards, gets through but is going to run out of reach. Di Maria into the game with her distinctive bungee at the top of her head, holding her hair up. Guyana breaks the plane of the goal and goes on the scoreboard. I'm sure there's a lot of cheers in Guyana right now. Like I said, the Georgetown Cricket Club is watching. as is the Guyana national team. So the score is cut in half. The lead is cut in half. I think that's the first goal Guyana has scored, possibly from the field, but definitely in the third period. All of their other goals have come in the fourth period. De Groot here to restart play. Di Maria up out of the defensive end to put the ball into play. Team captain with the ball. Passing back to Multiva. Over to Di Maria, all the way up with the shot. Because the ball was not going directly on target, it was ruled an illegal lift. Ball trapped behind the goal in the gear. Timeout. So no time is lost. Ball is going to come back to Di Maria, who uses the illegal part of her stick to get the ball back into playing position. But of course the game wasn't active, so it's just using it to help things going faster, get going faster. And a penalty corner. Ball was lifted. The Guyanese player saying that the ball was hit legally or pushed legally but deflected up off of the pitch by the attack. And she doesn't win that debate. Three seconds until the countdown timer expires. And then the whistle from the umpire. Another penalty corner as the ball was shot but hit the shins of the first player out. So that first player out was very close to the shot. There is no countdown timer, by the way, for a subsequent penalty corner. And a penalty card to come out, suspending a player who I think had received the ball and then accidentally kicked the ball away, stalling Guyana's attempt to go upfield. So Guyana now has a player advantage for the next minute. Ruled a hit. So the team must bring the ball over here to where Di Maria is. We're inside the attacking half now, so they have to use the 3-meter criteria before they can enter the circle. I think they're at the 50-meter count at this point. Now they're coming down, looking to get into the circle, but a little three-dimensional move there turns the ball over to Guyana. Less than 4 minutes to go in the third period. Nice pass, cutting through the defense. And reaching Algorta for the shot. The shot was wide. Ball back to the captain. Algorta battling for the ball, winning a penalty corner. The Guyanese women are looking for clarification as to why. This is when the announcer wishes he heard the discussion. Some trouble at the receiving end of that, but things worked out obviously for Uruguay as they have scored their third goal. Back to a 2-goal lead. That bad release gives the ball back and forth opportunity across the goal. And the Uruguay player is very upset with herself that she didn't finish that better. Piazza. This is Piazza now with the ball. A soft release into the middle of the circle. I think perhaps a suspension for Di Maria. Yep. And as Di Maria goes off, substitutions come in for Guyana. Oh, and difficult handling there by the youngster. Of course, from my perspective, everybody's a youngster. Altiva with the long run across the field. Soft bounce pass off the boards. Algorta passing across. Penalty corner. We'll have to see if Uruguay is able to put the ball on goal instead of just general vicinity of the goal. Now the insertion's coming from the opposite side of where they had difficulty controlling the ball. I'm sorry, not the opposite side, the same side as the last time that they had the penalty corner when they inserted, but they're going to short and then back across the top and ball past the keeper, and this time the stick save at the goal line just not happening for Fitu, as she couldn't quite stop the ball. Nice give and go. Di Maria's suspension obviously is concluded. There was an obstruction call there. Di Maria receives right in front of the goal. She's challenged right away. With physical contact, the umpire asking the players to calm down. Don't want to have anybody injured. 1 minute to go in the third period. Guyanese player trying to beat Di Maria, but just not happening. Algorta passes over to number 24, Correa, and then she dished off for shooting opportunity, but it did not lead to a goal, and so we are between the third and fourth periods. The 1 minute break. Time for a quick drink of water. Quick word from the coaches. Well, we're about to get the action going again in this game, featuring Ordway in the white tops and blue bottoms and the black tops and green socks for Guyana. Just waiting for the goalkeeper to get in position. You are watching the 2021 Pan Am Cup. This is the women's division. Games will continue at 6 o'clock with another women's division game between Argentina and Canada. And then the night will be finished off at 7:15 with a game between Canada and the USA, which will determine who goes into the gold medal match against Argentina. Gold medalists out of this contest will go on to the 2022 World Cup. That will take place in February 2022 in Belgium. The Groot was calling for the ball to be passed back. It was done, and now that has led to the successful entry on the left side of the attack for Guyana. Maltiva over to Di Maria. Di Maria decides to go forward. Now pulls back. Bounces the ball off the sideboards to Maltiva. Maltiva calling for the ball again. Looking to find an attacker in the circle. But one of her teammates isn't there. Guyana had possession for a moment. Ball back to the team captain, Algorda. Number 12, Cardigan, appears to be very fast. Speed, though, is somewhat, the advantages of speed are somewhat limited just because of the small court size. And that ball lifted by Di Maria outside the proximity marks that surround the circle. Ball dumped towards the circle, found the foot of one of the Ordway players, but it bounced right to number 17, the 16-year-old, Bob from Guyana. So the umpires allowed play to continue, penalizing Ordway with the advantage. We're halfway through the final period here of this game. Ordway's in a commanding lead, but the Guyanese women are doing the best that they've done thus far in the tournament, having only allowed 4 goals in this game. Quick turnaround and shot there by number 7 for Ordway. Barandigi. Not sure of the pronunciation. Turnaround, shot, and score. So that's going to lift the margin to 4. As the score is now 5-1. The Guyanese women asking not for a penalty corner, saying that the shot was not on target. And we have so I'm not exactly sure what happened in that exchange. But regardless, no penalty corner. 3 minutes and 30 seconds to go. The Groot lifted the ball as she tried to push forward. The umpire makes the Ordway team bring the ball inside the half, indicating that ball has to travel 3 meters before it can go into the circle. It's traveled more than that by a long shot at this point. Two minutes to go. Oh my goodness. Great series of passes by Ordway. Pass across was intercepted by the goalie, but the deflection of the goalie just not strong enough to carry the ball, and it was quickly picked up and finished into the goal. One minute to go. Ordway in command of this game, leading by a score of 6-1. Ordway in the white uniform tops. And this easy shot into the goal. Goalkeeper left her plenty of room to shoot. The regular goalkeeper from Guyana unfortunately had to withdraw due to sickness. And so the team manager has taken over in goal. I think it's the first time she's played goal. So all due credit there in this international competition. And again, despite the loss that will come here by a score of 7-1, it is Guyana's best performance thus far in the tournament. So they've got increasingly better in each game, something, of course, that the coaching staff is going to be very pleased to talk about. Now our next game is at 6 o'clock, Argentina versus Canada. It's another women's division game, and that game is followed at 7:15 by the men's Canada versus USA game. This is Chris Maloney, going to sign off for a little bit. I am talking to you from Spring City, Pennsylvania, at the Training Center, a facility that's designed especially for indoor hockey, so you can enjoy the experience. The tournament is going to determine tomorrow. It's going to continue tomorrow and determine the 12 teams that qualify for the World Cup that will take place in Belgium in 2022, in February of 2022. Now, thus far, we know that the American women, who are the defending champions for this tournament, the last took place in 2017, they are going to the final. And I am not sure. I think we need the result of the Argentina-Canada game to determine whether or not Canada or Uruguay goes for the women's into the... Oh, they'll have crossovers, actually. I'm sorry. They'll have crossovers. So we're just trying to determine on the women's side whether or not who will compete in the crossover for position 1 and 2. And you know what? I'm going to check myself and say I'm wrong about that. Because tomorrow at 12 o'clock in the women's division, we've got 3 versus 4. So we are going to need to find out who else is going to play in the women's championship, which will take place at 3 o'clock, 1 versus 2. The men have 1 game tomorrow, 1 versus 2. Right now, the result of the Canadian versus United States game that will take place a little later tonight at 7:15 will determine who will go into that final against Argentina. So Argentina has already advanced. The USA women have already advanced the championship game. And so we need these 2 evening games to find out which teams will be competing against Argentina for the men and competing against the USA for the women. So this is Chris Maloney signing off for a quick break. We will see you again at 6 o'clock for Argentina versus Canada, and the women's division will continue.